Perfect. Excellent connection. Great. Let's get started. Hey everyone, my name is Gal Cohen. I'm a full-time real estate investor and agent. And what I like to do is run through the MLS in North New Jersey and review multifamily properties just to see which ones are a good deal from an investment perspective. I quickly went on this morning and pulled a number of multifamily properties that I want to run through a quick analysis to see if they make good deals. So let's get started. Let's see what we got. Okay, the first one is in West New York. It's a two-family just listed, and they listed it for just under $600,000 to $589. Let's see, and 2 3-bedroom apartments. What's great here is they're pretty big, 2 3-bedrooms and 3 full baths. Excellent. Taxes are pretty low at $11,000, and also what I like to see here is the property is currently fully vacant. So in theory, you should be able to get market rents pretty easily. Before we jump into the analysis, let's just see what we're working with in terms of the condition of the property. Looks good. Looks very clean, modern, nice stainless steel appliances. I think that's probably stone. Nice backsplash. This is a nice kitchen. Although, one quick gripe, I don't like when the first picture isn't of the property, especially when it's property for sale. For a rental, I can kind of understand you want to show the unit off. But I think it makes sense to show the exterior as the first photo. But maybe we'll get to that. Looks like this bathroom's in great condition. I like the tile. Nice. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Great. Okay, yeah, so the property looks like it's pretty good condition. One thing to note, in West New York, parking is a luxury. It looks like this property, unfortunately, does not have any parking. It's okay from a rental perspective. A lot of owners may discourage a lot of people. But wow, this is completely demolished. It's down to the studs, so it's ready to be renovated. Okay, so it looks like one unit is fully renovated and the other one is not. Is fully gutted. It's a blank canvas. Interesting. Let's see what they say here. Okay, so heating is gas, which is great. Utility is separate electric, separate gas, and separate heat. Wonderful. This is an investor's dream in West New York. Property offers a unique opportunity to rebuild and customize. Second floor features modern updated unit with 3 bedrooms, while the first floor and basement remain unfinished due to a fire, allowing for the potential to create a 6-bedroom or more multifamily home. The property currently has 2 bathrooms with the possibility of adding a third to increase property value. Additional features include a walkout basement with a separate entrance, separate utilities, making it ideal for investors, builders, or buyers seeking to add value potential. Conveniently located near shopping, dining, and public transportation. Buyers responsible for obtaining certificate of occupancy. Sold it is. Contact the listing agent. Okay. Interesting. So I guess what we can do here is analyze it as if it was a 2 3-bedroom, 1 bath, and then see if the numbers work at asking. Then you'll have to add at least $100,000 to do a full renovation, maybe less, maybe 50 to 100, depending on, I guess, the finishes you select. It's just, it is a bigger project, and then there's going to be holding cost, basically a time in which the property can't be fully, rents can't be fully actualized because, the extensive renovation needs to happen. But let's plug it in. Let's see what it looks like if it was fully renovated, and then at what price point it could make sense for an investor. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, we have 2 units, and they're asking $589. Okay, and both units are vacant, obviously, which gives you a good opportunity to, let's see, West New York, and then minimum bedrooms is 3, maximum bedrooms is 3. I'm just gonna say 1 bath max. Let's see if there's any matches. Only 2 matches, okay. But also we'll do least within the last year, let's say, just to try to get a good, okay, 7 matches, just to get a good understanding of kind of where we're at. Okay. So in terms of active, right in the middle of 2,800, and then another active. Let's see what the top of the market, what they're currently looking for a tenant is 43 days on the market for 3,800, and it's a multifamily property. Oh, that's a beautiful view. Okay, very nice. Not bad, not bad. Very nice condition. Okay. And then let's see the quote-unquote bottom of the market at 2450, which isn't terrible. Okay, it's very similar to this property, although it does look like maybe a basement apartment or a ground level apartment for sure. Okay. There's a lot of pictures that don't. Yeah, so I think it's a ground or a basement apartment just because the ceiling height looks very low to me. I could be mistaken, but it looks pretty dark, and yeah, it looks like a low small apartment. So I think just for this analysis, so between 25 and I guess 3, we can do 2750. Let's do 2750 for both units. So there's no garage, unfortunately, which would be a nice, like I said, garage and even parking spaces are at a super premium in West New York. There's just a lot of, it's a very dense area. No income. I guess after renovation, I would highly, highly recommend to put washer and dryer. Ideally 2 separate washer and dryers, one for each unit, and then also either meter it or connect it to the utilities to each of the units. But for now, let's just keep that blank. Property taxes, I believe they were pretty low. Property taxes, we have 11,174, which is good. Okay, and then utilities would just be water. We can do 2,000 per year. Okay, so if it was fully renovated, right, then the cap rate looks pretty excellent. We're talking about a cap rate of over 8%. Unfortunately, we know that's not the case. We know that one of the units is completely gutted. So in that case, let's say, just playing with numbers here, let's say it's going to cost $100,000. I think it's going to be significantly below $100,000 because it is an apartment after all. It's a small apartment. It's not a full house. And then we're going to assume that the roof is in good condition, but let's say worst case scenario, it's going to cost you $100,000 to get this up operational. At that point, yeah, cap rate is still around 7%, which is very healthy. That does give you a lot of wiggle room. Yeah, this looks like a pretty good deal. If anybody wants to take a look at this property in person, reach out to me. If you want to run your own analysis, if you want to discuss any of the assumptions we've made here. I think these are pretty conservative assumptions. Insurance, maintenance, repairs, and then utilities for only water. Yeah, this looks like a pretty good deal. Definitely don't sleep on West New York. Okay, let's head to the next one. Okay, we have a 2-family here that's very large in Lodi, but they are asking $1 million. Lodi is a pretty good rental market. We'll definitely have more comps from rental. Let's see. And what I like about this one, just by looking at it very quickly, the units seem to be pretty big. It's 1 4-bedroom and 1 3-bedroom, and then 3 full baths. And I also see that there's 2 attached garage spaces. So attached garage, yeah, 2-car garage, and then the driveway as well. Unfortunately, there's no other pictures. Maybe those are coming soon. But let's see what else we can learn here. Okay, utility is separate electric, separate gas, separate heat, and separate water. So in theory, the landlord would not have to pay for any of the utilities. Charming two-family home in the heart of Lodi. It's well-maintained two-family home features, offers a fantastic opportunity for owner-occupants or investors. Each unit features 3 spacious bedrooms, a bright living room, formal dining room, eating kitchen, 1.5 bath, perfect for comfortable living. The ground level offers even more space with a garage, versatile office/den with a closet, cozy family room, and a second kitchen with sliding glass doors that open to a covered patio. Ideal for relaxing or entertaining. This beautifully fenced backyard provides privacy and a lovely outdoor space to enjoy. Conveniently located near schools, parks, shopping, transportation. Okay, so here's a situation where there's actually a bonus apartment in the basement. Legally, at this point, it's two-family. Potentially in the future, you may be able to get a variance or maybe some laws change, and then you'd be able to legally rent out the ground floor apartment. At this point, we just can't run numbers. It's not a 3-family. It's like a 2.5 family at this point. So I think it makes sense that they listed it as a 1 4-bedroom and 1 3-bedroom, even though there's a bonus, like a summer kitchen or a bonus kitchen in the basement. I think that's how we're going to run the analysis. We'll just do look at 4 beds and 3 beds in Lodi. And then there's potential upside if and when things change and you're allowed to rent out that the basement by itself. But right now, what I would recommend is you rent the first floor apartment with the ground floor apartment. So you make it like a little bonus, and then either you call it a 4-bed or a 3-bed plus additional living space for the tenants. So we did 4 and 3 with 1 bathroom each. We have to actually move that to 2 because there is a full bath in the basement. All right. Wow. Yeah. So like I was saying, Lodi is a pretty good rental market. I'm getting 60 results within the past year. Okay, and then we'll do this. Cool. Okay, so the cheapest 3-bedroom, 2-bath was leased. You know what? We could probably tighten this up a bit. Let's do 180 days back. Okay, 23. Very good. Okay, so the cheapest 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 1-bath was for $2,300. Let's see the condition. All right, drop ceiling, not my favorite. Little dining area. Okay, definitely dated. Looks pretty small. Okay. This is currently on the market, 3 beds, 1 bath for $2,550. But I guess you have additional space in the attic. Okay. And then at the top of the market, we have a 3 beds, 1 bath multifam. Fully renovated, and it's beautiful. A lot of parking, a lot of outdoor space. Okay. This is currently on the market, $3,500. Fully renovated with a basement. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so it's good to see that there's a lot in the high 3s. Mid 3 would be the top. We could probably do 3,000 and let's do 3,000 and 3,200. Maybe a little bit higher. Let's see. We can play around with that. They are asking $1 million, so we are going to need a good income from this property to justify this price. Okay. Let's say 3,000 and 3,200. We'll do 3,300, another 10% off of the 3. I think that's pretty fair. And we have taxes here at 16,000. Ooh, it's pretty high. And there are 2 garage spots. So for garages, let's say 200. Let's say you can get, 6,500 per month total. Okay, so insurance, taxes, utilities. Now for utilities right now, we're gonna keep it at 0 just because they claim all utilities are separated. Repairs, maintenance, and then insurance. Yeah. So my quick and dirty analysis, this is below a 6 cap. It's 5.8% cap rate. Not terrible, but not the best, utilization of capital. And that's with marking the rental units at pretty high, pretty close to the top of the market. This could be a situation where if you are interested in living in Lodi, would be comfortable, maybe starting out to become a landlord and then renting out one of the units. That could help subsidize the rent. But from a pure investment perspective, this does not look like a really good property. Okay, cool. Let's get to the next one. Okay. We've got another 2-family here. A large 2-family in East Orange. They're asking 800,000. And something that jumps out for water, it says well and municipal. I wonder if that's accurate. Okay. Oh, very nice. A very nice renovation. Nice tile work, a lot of recessed lighting. Yeah, bathrooms look nice. Kitchens looks very nice as well. Stainless steel appliances, nice hood. Oh, here they just need to install the hood. Okay, some green space. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so it's 2 3-bedrooms, and they'll be provided fully vacant. It says 4 full baths and 1 half bath. I wonder how the bathroom situation is actually split up. And then taxes are only 10,000, which is good. Okay, utilities are separate electric, separate gas, separate heat, separate water. We didn't see the basement. We didn't see the utilities, which is something you definitely need to investigate. And they renovated in the 2020s. Expansive property, offers total of 7 bedrooms, 4 1/2 baths, provide ample space for both living and investment potential. Main residence boasts modern updates throughout, including new stainless steel appliances that complement the contemporary kitchen design. Okay. Okay, they're not telling us how the bathrooms are split. But it's 4 1/2. So I guess for a comps perspective, we'll just take a look at 3 beds, 2 baths. Maybe the half bath might be in the basement. So let's just keep that out of our analysis for now. I haven't looked at the rental market in East Orange in a while. Last time I searched, the rents are not the highest. So let's see. Okay, so minimum 3, maximum 3 beds, and then just 1. Okay, so the cheapest one was on the market for 30 days and leased for 2,000. Let's see the condition of this one. Oh, not bad. actually not bad. Yeah, decent tile work. I think the one we're looking at may look a little bit better, but okay. That's the bottom of the market. Let's see the top of the market. Oh, it's a condo townhouse. It's not a good comp. Let's go to the top for 2-family. And 2650. Not that high, but fully renovated. Oh, they did a nice job here. This would be pretty close. I think we can do 2,500 for each unit, and then assume a little bit of upside potentially with the basement. But 2 units, and they're asking 800K. And we'll do 2,500 times 2. Other income, I think they had, is it 2 garage? No, just driveway. We can add 200 for that. Property taxes, they says 10,000. Well, when they have such a round number like that, it makes me feel as though this is an estimate. I would definitely touch base with the town before moving forward, making an offer, just to confirm that is the actual accurate taxes. The seller should know what the taxes they're paying, but it's just a very, very round number. It almost looks like a placeholder to me. But this is the information they're providing, so that's what we're going to run our analysis on. But very important to run your due diligence when something as important as the tax expenses. And then for utilities, they're saying everything is separate, so we'll take their word on it. But obviously, you have to trust but verify. So we'll put 0, 2,000, yeah. So in place, if all utilities are separate, I'm looking at about a 6%. It's not the best. It's a decent return, a pretty good annual NOI. However, I don't know if appreciation is really going to be there moving forward in East Orange. So that's just something to consider. And then you have to make sure the taxes are actually accurate. So 6% cap rate, it's a decent deal, not the worst. It is turnkey. Both units are vacant. You could probably get very close to the top of market rents. But it looks okay. Nothing to get crazy over. All right, let's get to the next one. Oh, this is an interesting one. Okay, so we have a 3-bedroom in Hawthorne, which is Passaic County, listed at $700,000. Just hit the market today. Let's see what we're working with. Although they are smaller units, but it looks like the rents they're collecting are pretty good. Here. These 3 families, 3 and 4 families with the really just having it one extra unit, even if it's a smaller 1-bedroom or even a studio, really makes the cap rate pop in certain instances. Oh wow! So taxes here are also pretty low, $10,844. But let's see how this property looks. Not bad. Detached 2-car garage, which is great. Okay, yeah, the property looks like it's in pretty good condition, at least this unit. Decent tile. This vanity is newer. Okay, that's all the pictures we have. Fine. We can assume that, the property's around in that condition. Okay. One unit is getting $1,310 with a 1-bedroom. A 2-bedroom getting $2,100, and another 2-bedroom is $1,735. Separate electric, separate gas, separate water, and then just some. They actually don't give us a lot of information. Okay, but because all the units are fully rented out, we can just run the analysis based on the numbers that they supply and make some quick assumptions. Interesting. So separate electric, separate gas, separate water, but heat is the responsibility of the owner. So we'll do $2,000 for heat. And then taxes, they said 10,000. 10,844. Okay. So we have 1310. Let's do this. $1,310 for a one-bedroom sounds a bit high. Sorry, sounds a bit low for Passaic. But let's see how everything adds up. So altogether, we have an income of $5,145, a gross rental income. 5,145. Okay. Let's assume that they're not getting any supplemental income at this point from the garages. But let's see. And then listing price, they listed it at $700,000. Okay, so in place, doesn't look too bad. In place, we have a cap rate of about 6%. That's not bad. Let's take a look at the rental market and see how much 1 and 2 bedroom apartments in Hawthorne rent for, just to see how far off these rents are for market. The 2,100, I think that's pretty close, but let's confirm that. We have Hawthorne, and then minimum is 1, maximum would be 2. Great. So I like to see this. 45 matches in the past 180 days for active and leased. And oh, you know what? Let's actually change this. Make it 2-family or multifamily. Apartment can be fine as well. Not a full house. Good, 41 matches. That tells me that there's a strong rental market. So the cheapest 1 bedroom, 1 bath was $1,600. Yeah, so we're at $1,300. Yeah, there's definitely upside here. The most expensive 1 bed, 1 bath. This is 1.5. Let's look at this. Oh wow, it's beautiful. Very open, big space. This is a large 1 bedroom. I guess maybe it's even a studio, but yeah, they're asking $2,650 for that. Seems a little high. Let's see what the next one down. Yeah, 2,100. This almost looks like a townhouse style apartment. Or I guess like a loft or a townhouse. Interesting. It's 1.1. This is also 1.1, 2,100. It looks a lot more residential than the property we're analyzing. For a 1 bedroom. Okay, so let's say best case scenario, I think we're probably around here, about 1,800. We didn't see all the interiors of the units, but maybe we'll do 1,800 for the, I still want to be conservative, 1,800 for the 1 bedroom, and we'll do 2,200 for both 2 bedrooms. That bumps us up to 6,200 from, yeah, it's a pretty big delta. Even if you need to do some renovations to get to that price, yeah, that bumps you up all the way to 8 cap, just under an 8 cap. I have 7.94. That's a pretty solid. It's a pretty solid investment property. I would definitely recommend, you know, taking a look at the area, making sure you're comfortable with Passaic County, with Hawthorne. Drive around at different times just to make sure, you know, you're comfortable owning a property there and then managing it if you end up managing it yourself, or if it looks like a property that somebody might, you know, live in one unit and rent the other ones out. From a pure investment play, it does look like a pretty good deal. Yeah, if you want to go see it, you want to take a look at it, you want to review some numbers, you can always reach out to me. Either on the YouTube comments or on Instagram or LinkedIn. All my information is always listed below. Yeah, cool. Let's get to the next one. This is awesome. This is a very good, very good start. Yeah, we didn't even actually. Now that I'm looking at it again, there's the two garage spaces. Honestly, yeah, it's definitely, even with $100 per garage space. Yeah, it'll bump it above a 8 cap. This looks like a good property at market rents. So this is a good one. If you want to take a look at it, let me know. We can go check this one out, run the numbers to the ground, and see if this is a good investment play to add to your portfolio. All right, let's get to the next one. Okay, this is a 3-family in Belleville. This jumped out because of that price. So unfortunately, I don't have any pictures, but listed at $619, and then it's fully rented out as well. Taxes are low, $9,417. I can already tell this is probably going to be a pretty good investment property. But let's see. Okay, we have 3 units, and they're asking $619. And $2,200 for the 2-bedroom, $1,600 for the one, and then $1,625 for the other. $5,425. See if there's more information that they're giving us. Tax at $9,400. Let's pop that in before we forget. Utilities, separate electric, separate heat, separate water. So is gas all connected? Or maybe they just have electric stoves as well. Maybe there just isn't a gas. Interesting. Okay. So they don't give any information. There's no pictures. We just have the sum of the numbers. Okay, let's see if I can find this listed before. I wonder if they tried to sell it earlier. No. No, this is the first time. Okay, cool. So that's what we have. Not a lot of info, but based on that, let's just put 2,000. Based on the numbers that they gave us, we don't even know if there's a garage or driveway, right? No garage. What about parking? Non-garage space is 0. Okay. I kind of just want to see this property. See what it looks like. If I can Google Street View it. Because the numbers here, even in-place numbers, are pretty good. In-place numbers with $2,000 in utilities, it's almost a 7 cap. This is a really good deal. I just want to know what we're, walking into this property. If Street View will open, what we can do is that. And see if we can get a sense of the property. Is it 61 or is it 61? This one. Not too bad. So we can tell that there's no parking. Parking would just be on the street parking. There's no garage or driveway even. But at least from November 2024, it looks like it's in pretty good condition. Yeah, like I said, rents are pretty solid. Maybe they're slightly below market, but really not that bad. I love these low taxes. Oh, interesting. There's actually 1 half bath. So I wonder if that's in the basement. But again, we don't have a lot of information here. Definitely make sure just to see the property in person. Um, if something looks too good to be true, you have to investigate. You have to make sure that all the tenants are, fully current with the rent, that there's no issues there. But this looks like an excellent property, even at with the current rents. It looks like almost an 8 cap. I'm definitely going to be sending this to a couple of my investors. If you want to see this property in person, you want to run through an analysis, you have any questions about anything, feel free to reach out. You can find me on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and in the YouTube comments. So we're gonna end it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. See you next time. Peace.